Hello and welcome to De-Stress Fest at FLC, hosted in the Wenburg family home. My name is Jillian Wenburg. I teach in the English department at Fort Lewis College. And what I would like to do for you guys today is just a quick yoga flow just to get some energy, get yourself moving for the day. This would be a great quick flow to do first thing in the morning, maybe before you have classes, or even at the end of the day after sitting in front of the computer if you need to relax a little bit. We'll do a quick flow, and then after that we'll do a short guided meditation, just something to take all of that energy that we have right now, really kind of settle the nerves. You may see two of my cats featured in here. They might try to get in and do some yoga with cats. If you have animals, you can bring them on in as well. So all you'll need for our practice today is a mat, and if you want to bring in a block or even a strap, if that's comfortable for you in your practice, feel free to bring that out. But really basically just a mat and a comfortable space to get going. So with that, go ahead and find yourself standing on your mat. Really reach out and find all four corners of your feet. The two pads at the base of the heel and the pad behind first and fifth toe. I want you to stand tall and strong in mountain pose. Allow the arms to rest gently alongside either thigh. Allow the eyes to gently close. Let's roll the shoulders up toward the ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and gently release the arms down to either side of the thighs. Grow those roots long. Lift and separate the toes and just take a moment to really ground into the earth. Take some moments to really center and set an intention for yourself during our short practice today. Maybe the calming sense or a feeling of peace, or maybe energy. Really hold on to that intention throughout our practice today. Let's take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, open mouth. Good, let's repeat that. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Placing the hands, palms together at heart center. Take a moment, really center in on that intention, really sealing that intention. And when you're ready to join back in with me, go ahead and allow the eyes to flutter open. Excellent. Go ahead and walk yourself toward the back of the mat. Inhale, sweep those arms up overhead. Nice deep inhale and exhale all the way over, forward fold. Go ahead and just shake it out. You can pedal the feet, bend the knees back and forth. Box the elbows or ragdoll the arms, just swaying from side to side. Allow that tension in the back just to relax. And then let's walk the fingers up toward the front of the mat, finding our first downward facing dog. Really allow yourself to feel that inverted V, nice long flat back. Doesn't matter if your heels touch the floor. If they do, great. If not, go ahead and pedal at the feet. Allow the calf muscles to stretch. Really draw out of the shoulders. We want to avoid more of a push-up position like this. This is harder. Down dog should be a rest position, so really come back into the heels, connect through the hands, in through behind the first and second fingers, right on the palm of the hand, and then the base of the heel of the hand. Nice deep inhale and exhale here. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. Good, and then let's bend the knees, making our bear cub hops. You can jump up toward the front of the mat, or if you're able, go ahead and hop your feet all the way up to the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Nice deep breath. Exhale, release arms down toward the side. Excellent. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, all the way over, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, all the way down. Go ahead and plant the hands. When you're ready, go ahead and bend the knees or walk, hop, or step back to your plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, keeping the elbows close into ribs. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, go ahead and turn the toes under, and we'll come back to our downward facing dog. Take a couple deep breaths here. If you like, you can take a few, pause this video, take 3 or 4 of those chaturangas where you're forward folding, jumping back to plank. If you want to even take it a little bit farther, you can do some push-ups in between on your way down into your upward facing dog. But it's up to you. Push yourself to the level you're comfortable with today. And on the inhale, let's lift the right leg high, 3-legged dog. You can go ahead and bend the knee.
let's draw some circles, first moving toward the right. Good, and then toward the left. Nice, let's stretch that right leg high. Point the toes, and then let's come up onto the toes of the left foot, and then bring the heel down. We're gonna repeat that about 5 to 10 times. Just working on the flexibility of our hamstrings and our calves. If we're sitting a lot during the day, we want to get those leg muscles active, get the blood pumping. Good. Go ahead and drop that heel down. We'll bring the knee into the right elbow. Good. Exhale, push the right leg up toward the sky. Inhale, right knee across to left elbow. Good. Exhale, right leg back up toward the sky. Now draw the knee into center. Hold here for 3, 2, 1, and then draw the right foot through. We're going to set up for warrior 1. So feet are in almost railroad tracks here. Bend the right knee deeply. The left foot is pointed out at a 45-degree angle. Going to come on up for warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Sink into that. Feel the hips moving forward. Go ahead and take the hands to hips. Make sure you're square toward the front of the room. If you're more pointed this direction, watch as I rotate, hips pointing forward. You can even video yourself and watch. How deep is that right knee bent? Get the arms nice and tall, line next to the ears. Reach and stretch. Feel the power in this pose. Exhale, we'll bring the right and left hands back together to touch. Bring the palms of the hands together if you can. If not, you can stretch them wide. Gonna elevate it a bit more if palms are together. And then we'll come on down for humble warrior. Bring the right shoulder into the right knee. Humbly bowing and surrendering. Nice deep breaths here. Good, release the hands, left hand plants. Right fingertips up toward the sky for a spinal twist. Good, go ahead and bring the right hand down. We're gonna drop the left foot down, coming on down to lizard lunge. So point the toe back behind. Take the right hand on the inside of the right foot. You can stay up here if that feels comfortable. If you want to elevate the pose a little bit more, come on down to forearms. You can allow that right knee to push a little bit out, or even if you want to elevate a little more, push the right hand on toward the right knee, just gently. Good, nice deep breaths here. Really ease into the pose. Good, let's come on back up. We're moving from lizard lunge. We're going to come back into a half split. So keeping the right foot forward, you can keep the heel down on the mat. If you want to stay here, this is a great posture to be in. Nice deep breaths, head is forward. If you want to elevate a little bit more, come into your seat, and you can bow it a little bit more forward, really activating the hamstrings of the right leg. Good, let's walk it on forward. We're going to turn onto the toes of the left foot. Come on up. We'll kick the right leg up for three-legged dog one more time. Excellent. Float the right leg down. Go ahead and pedal it out. Feeling good, yes? Awesome, but we still have another side, right? Let's put that left leg high this time. Reach and stretch. Bend the left leg. Let's take some circles. Just like you have a highlighter on the kneecap. Let's take 3 or 4 rounds to the right side, and then we'll switch it. Good. Float that left leg high one more time. And let's do our toe raises on the right foot. So come up onto tiptoes of the right foot. Exhale, heel comes down. Do that about 5 to 10 times. Excellent. Drop that heel. Now we're going to take the left knee into left elbow. We shift forward to an almost plank position. Exhale, left leg goes high. Inhale, right leg across to right elbow. Exhale, left leg goes high. Inhale, left leg coming straight through the midline. We're going to plant that left foot. And it's like the feet are railroad tracks, right? But then I'm going to slightly turn my right foot out, 45 degrees, finding warrior 1. Bend the left knee deeply. Nice straight back leg. Both knees are not bent here. Straight back, right leg, left leg is bent. Hips are pointing forward. Let's bring the arms up overhead next to the ears. Sink down. Feel the strength in this pose. Own your power. You are in control of your destiny. Nice deep breaths here. Really breathe into the low belly. Fill the belly up. Let the belly expand here. Nice. Good. Exhale. Release the arms behind the back. Clasp the hands together. If able, let's drop the left shoulder down to the inside of left knee. Humbly bowing and surrendering. Nice deep breaths here. Good, release the hands. Right hand comes down on the inside of left foot. Left fingertips come up. Shine that left hand up toward the ceiling. Right leg is still straight as an arrow. Fingertips are plugged into the ceiling. Shooting energy in toward the sky. Good, then we'll go ahead and plant the left hand down. And then take the left hand on the inside of the left foot. Let's drop on down for lizard lunge. Point the right toes back behind. Again, it's left foot, then left hand, then right hand. I might stay up here if that feels good, or if that's a little bit too much, come onto a block or grab on to your furniture, or maybe your cat or dog, what's available, all right? You want to come on down with me, we can come down onto forearms. And again, if you're pretty flexible, you can gently push on the inside of the knee. We're not grabbing the patella here, just the inside or even on to the quad. Gently allowing a little bit of opening up of the hips. We got a lot of tension in our hips. Good, then I'm going to plant the hands and come on back for our separate leg, sort of half split here. So staying on the heel of the left foot, point the right toes back behind. Stay on up, stay here if that feels better. If you want to elevate a little bit more, sit on down and bow it forward. Good, let's come back on up, plant the hands. Turn the right toes under, we'll pick the left leg up one more time, three-legged dog. And exhale, float the left leg down. Good, bend the knees, let's jump, hop, or step up to the hands. Sweep the arms up overhead. Nice deep breath, exhale, sweep arms down. Good, now that whole sequence is something that you can maybe work through like 2 or 3 times. For the sake of our time here today, we're just gonna do a quick sequence like that, and then I'm gonna move on to the next sequence, but feel free to pause, repeat if you like. Let's move on to some separate leg work. You can turn yourself on the mat, so you're just like me, long ways on your mat. Feet are about shoulder width or slightly larger apart. Sweep the arms up overhead, nice deep breath. Exhale, all the way over, forward fold. Now, I'm going to extend my feet a little bit more because when I bend, I want to feel this in the back of my legs and the hamstrings. If you're feeling it in your inner thigh, you're too wide, so heel toe it in a little bit. You can pull on the outside of the feet if you like. Allow the head and neck just to hang. You can shake it out, yes and no. Bring the chin into the chest and do some circles with the neck. If that feels good on your neck, just roll it around and then switch the direction. Let's walk it over to the right foot. Plant the hands on either side of the foot. Feel free to just stay here and come in toward the knee. You want to elevate it a little bit more. Take the right fingertips up toward the ceiling. Gaze can be at the fingertips or down toward the floor. Good, let's walk it on over to the other side. Same thing, reverse it. Right hand plants on the left foot, left fingertips come up toward the ceiling. Excellent, sweep the hands down. Let's get one last pull in it right here. Nice, now we're gonna set up to do a balance pose if you're into it. So we're gonna come into what we call guillotine posture. So I'm gonna bend the right knee, and I know it may flip me here, but just follow along to my voice. Bend the right knee, take the right arm through the keyhole legs, left hand's gonna come all the way around, and if you can clasp your hands here, that's great. If you can't, just grab on to your shirt or toward a towel or even a strap that you can hold between your hands. I'm gonna go ahead and clasp my hands together. Allow the head and neck to hang. You're gonna see why it's called guillotine pose now. Straighten the leg, and you see how the head just comes on down. All right, really stretch, open up the left shoulder toward the ceiling. Feel that stretch in the back of the right leg. Hold here for 3 to 5 breaths. Excellent, go ahead and unwind it. Come back to center, get a quick pull on both legs, and we're gonna switch our sides. So left knee bends, left hand comes through the keyhole of the leg, right arm wraps all the way around to get a nice solid grip. Allow the head and neck to hang, left leg straightens, head drops down. 3 to 5 breaths here, really encouraging that left leg stretch. Nice deep breaths. Open up that right shoulder toward the ceiling, really opening up the chest. Excellent, go ahead and unravel it and get one last pull on the legs. Now just for fun, we're gonna do a little balance. It's important that we take some time to do some fun things. And so you may have seen some of those Instagram balancing pose, handstand, fancy things like that.
we're going to move our way into a pose that I think is a lot of fun. It's a crow pose, and you really stretch yourself out from guillotine. If you want to try this, feel free. If you do not want to, just take a moment, maybe coming on down into Malasana, squat, hands come to heart center. But if you want to come along with me, easiest way to get into this is to come up onto tiptoes, or you can even place the feet on blocks or bolsters, right? We've got a guest that's going to come in and help. This is Tabori. Now walk your hands back behind as far as you can. I'm going to twist here so you can see what I'm doing. Walking my hands back as far as possible and sort of sitting down. So it's like the back side of my legs is sitting on the shelf of my tricep. So you really got to bend down here. And if you're new to the pose, kind of sway from side to side, really ease into it and start to place your weight onto the back of your triceps. Now for some of you, you might stay there, but if you're coming along with me, we're going to plant our hands, place our weight. You might lift up one foot first, maybe then the other, but then where we're ultimately going is to balance and point both feet. Now if you fall out of it, which I did there for fun, that's fine, that's half of the fun. Just watch the piano behind you or that cat or dog, and just get into it, have some fun and play. Point those toes. You can also try to hook the toes and do a bit of a balance. If you hook it, just make sure that you switch your feet and do it again. And when you're ready to come on down, come on down. Let's come on into that Malasana squat. Everyone, if you are hanging out in Malasana, go ahead and stay there. We're going to do a little wrist work. Go ahead and flip the hands over since we did a lot of work this way. And just gently push down on the top. Settling down, nice deep breaths. Don't forget, in our practice, we want to think about three things. It's not just the posture, the asana. It's the breath, our pranayama, and where we are in our head, our mindfulness. Really just get right here. Playing music makes you feel better doing this. Play what you want. I'm not playing it here so it doesn't override my voice, but you enjoy whatever form of music makes you feel good, makes you feel happy. It's important right now we take some time. Really center in with ourselves, make the body feel good so the brain feels good as well. Good, we're going to stay right here, and then we're going to come and explode up like a rocket. Nice deep breath, exhale, come on down. Good, inhale, explode up like a rocket. Exhale, come on down. We're going to do between 5 to 10 of these, up to you. You need to take a water break. I'm not watching, I'll never know. It's going to feel really good on those quads, get the knees going. If you have knee issues, you might just not want to come down as much. Maybe you're just coming to here. That's okay. Or maybe you're just doing it kind of halfway. Allow your body to tell you what you want to do today. Good, we'll come on up, exhale, release the arms down. Excellent, let's come on back to the back of our mat. Do a little bit of some standing balance poses. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, plant the right foot in the middle of the mat. And let's jump into our Virabhadrasana 3 pose. So I'm working to make a giant capital T. I can also bring the arms back behind for Superman, airplane flying pose. Really important, you saw as I twisted my gaze, I sort of lost the balance. Find a place to look on the floor and just stare right at it. You can also plant the hands, doing a grounded warrior 3 here. Good, when you're ready, let's step the left foot forward to meet the right. March it on back toward the back of the mat. Excellent, left foot steps forward, jump on into that warrior 3. Again, you can fly, you can ground, whatever feels good to you. I think I'm going to fly today. Feels really nice. Nice deep breaths in and out. Foot is actively working here. Good, step the right foot forward to meet the left. Excellent. So I'm going to face you, but you can come on back to the back of your mat. Coming into tree pose, another standing balance. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Nice strong mountain pose to start. And then exhale, I'm going to take the right leg. If you want to go into the half lotus position, taking the right foot into sort of the crease of your hip, feel free. If that's not comfortable, just go ahead and take the right foot to the inner left thigh, or even to the calf, or just point your toe right here. I'm going to come on to half lotus position, as that's what my body's feeling today. Hips are nice and square. If you have knee issues, I'd really prefer you take one of those other versions. Only place I don't want to see you is your foot at your knee joint. You can bring the arms up overhead if you like. You can fly, some branches here. Standing tall and strong, left foot actively working here. Nice deep breath. Good, and then on the exhale, we're going to come on down forward if we can. If the toe slides out, that's fine. If you want to just bring your leg up to a figure 4.
That's cool. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, go ahead and shake that right foot out, step it out on either side. Keep that energy going. Good, let's switch our sides. Go ahead and do whatever you did on the right side. We want to keep the body in balance. So I'm folding my left leg into that half lotus position, but you can do whatever you want. Hands come up. If you want to make it even harder, look toward the ceiling. If you want to make it triply harder, look up toward the ceiling. Close those eyes. Right in the balance. Come back to center. Good. Exhale. If you want to come on over, you can. Again, if you were more in this type of position, go ahead and just take the leg up to our figure 4. We're going to bow it on forward. Inhale, we'll come up and drop the left leg. Go ahead and step it out. Nice deep breaths. Inhale, come on up one more time. Mountain pose. You're going to be at the back of your mat. Exhale, bring those hands down. Let's walk them forward, finding our downward facing dog. Shake the head out, yes and no. And then we'll walk the fingers back. Go ahead and take your hands, stepping on toward your feet. Shake the head out, yes and no here. Really pull the hands, try to pull them out from underneath the feet. And then, because it's fun to get there, and this is the best way to do it, let's go ahead and crocodile monkey walk up toward the front of the mat. Gorilla walk. Nice deep breath here. Go ahead and release the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, release arms down. Good, let's go ahead and come on down to the floor. We're just going to do a little bit of twisting action here. Again, I'm going to face this way, but probably more comfortable if you twist the other way on your mat. I'm going to take both feet together, creating like a butterfly pose here. And Baddha Konasana, we're going to clasp the hands on the feet. I don't have my heels all the way into the pelvis. It's slightly out, making almost a diamond shape here. And then go ahead and bow it on forward. Good, inhale to come up. And take the left hand on the right knee, and right hand comes back behind, spinal twist. And then I'll switch our sides. Good, go ahead and untwist. And we're going to come out, place the feet slightly forward. We're going to come into our boat pose, working the core a little bit. If you want to come into boat, plant the hands on either side of the seat. You can keep the legs bent. You can straighten the legs, keeping the hands down. If you want to make it harder, hands come forward. You can kind of cheat a little bit by holding the legs. If you want to go for the top tier, we're making a V sit with the body. Abs are working here. We're going to hold it. You can do anything for 30 seconds with me. So we're holding here. We're keeping the belly taut, active. Bring the muscles in toward the core. Keep the toes pointing. If you want to make it even harder, you can drop the feet, bring them back up. So maybe we're going to do some pulses here. Maybe we're just holding. Do what feels good to you. It's getting harder. You can do this. If your 37-year-old English teacher is doing it, you can do it. Come on, let's do it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it here. All the way down. Let's roll it down. Doesn't that feel good? Make a T shape with the body. Draw the right knee into chest. Bring the right leg across the body. Spinal twist. Right shoulder displays wide. Let the hands extend. Enjoy that twist. Good. Go ahead and roll it back to center. Left leg comes across the body. Good. We'll bring it back to center. Then bring both knees into chest. Going to take my peace finger screw to grab the big toes. Open up for happy baby. Just roll from side to side. That can feel really good if you have kidney issues. Rolling from that right to left. Or if you have some low back issues, maybe rolling along the spinal column, really allowing yourself to get almost a micro massage on the body. This happy baby. And then putting the feet together, clasp the hands, supta, recline, Baddha Konasana. So the heels come in, it's like a butterfly pose, but on your back. Get a little bit more depth here if you like. And let's do a nice wide-legged stretch here. I'm going to take my feet on my hands and pull the legs straight out. Now, we're not all inherently gymnasts, are we? So if this is feeling a lot from you, just drop your hands, take the hands to the inside of the knees, and just gently put a little weight there. You rock from side to side if that feels good. Good. Now take the hands to the outside of the legs, close the legs together, draw the knees into chest. Get one pull on it, and then extend legs up toward the ceiling, hands up toward the ceiling. Vipariti, dead bug pose. Allow yourself to feel the blood coming all the way back to heart center. This is a great energy providing pose. We're getting all the blood back to the heart to get reoxygenated. If you're tired, you know we have a Zoom meeting coming up. Take a few minutes to do Vipariti or even just legs up the wall pose. Post up next to a wall. Allow the legs to just get all that blood coming back to heart center. Good, let's go ahead and lay it down flat now, coming into our Shavasana pose. Notice my legs just kind of splay wide, my hands are resting on either side of the mat. If it feels good to place something over your eyes or turn the lights off first, or even something underneath the seat to elevate the low back, whatever feels good to you, go ahead and do it here. Take a few deep breaths and join your Shavasana. I'm in a seat on up here to guide us through our final meditation. Let's take some nice deep breaths. Allow yourself to feel heavy on the mat. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Allow the breath just to be easy. No work for you to do here now. Allow the earth to do the work supporting you. Take a moment to say thank you to yourself for doing the good work that yoga is. This allows us to be a better version of ourselves off the mat. In addition to making us stronger and feeling good, it allows us to handle things as they come up. Things that are unexpected, we can come back to our breath and realize that we are in control. We can do the best thing that we can for ourselves, but we also can't control the outside world. So it's all about making sure that internally you're doing the best work you can. Now right now, with the eyes closed, yourself heavy on the mat, I want you to take yourself through time and space. Imagine yourself up in the mountains on Ice Lake. Beautiful day, crystal blue lake of ice lakes up north in the mountains. And imagine your yoga mat is just floating on the lake. It's a beautiful sunny day. You have sunscreen on, so you're not going to burn. You're just laying there on the mat. But all of a sudden, you notice there's a couple rocks on your mat. Those rocks are things that are weighing you down in your life, any worries you have. They might be small little pebbles or little grains of sand. Some might be some big boulders, and they're starting to weigh you down. Now, in the mind's eye, I want you just to flick those rocks off the mat, maybe just with a touch of the toe in the mind's eye, or all of a sudden you see that giant boulder of a paper or family issue, whatever it is, rolls off the mat, and all of a sudden, after you let go of those worries, you are buoyant on the top of ice lakes again. Just floating, maybe imagining the waves, imagining the sun shining down on you, maybe even beginning to feel the warmth, imagining a few splashes touching you, cooling you down, surrounded by the beauty that is our home here. Nice deep breaths. Well, for the next little bit, I just want you to let your mind go where it wants to go. But when you find your mind starting to wander, just bring it back to the breath, or maybe a word or phrase that gives you peace. Maybe it's just the word peace, or maybe it's floating or water, something that takes you back to that sensation of feeling weightless and empowered on the top of that mat. Take some deep breaths. I'm going to give you a minute to just enjoy that sensation of feeling and floating.
ready, let's begin to bring some awareness back into the body, wiggling fingertips, wiggling toes, still in your Shavasana. When you're ready to join back into the world, let's roll over onto the right side. And when you're ready, you can push on up to a seated position, just cross-legged. If that's not comfortable, you can also sit on a block or bolster, or even a rolled up part of your mat. Let's take a nice deep breath. And we're going to do just one final meditation focusing on all of our chakra areas. Let's take a moment to really send some energy into our root chakra, back to the base of the seat. Couple breaths, imagining the color red. Let's connect into the sacral chakra. Nice deep breaths into the low belly through the pelvis, imagining the color orange. Moving up slightly to the solar plexus, you can take your hands to your belly. Nice deep breath, color yellow. As the colors come through, just imagine yourself sending energy into that area of the body. Moving on up to the heart chakra. Green is the color here. Imagine sending green love right into the heart area. We'll move on up to the throat chakra. Take the hands to either side of the neck. Imagining a sky blue here, sending energy in for you to find your voice, to advocate for yourself, communicating with people. That sky blue color coming into the brain. Moving now into the third eye, the place between the eyes. You can place the hands together, index fingers touching into that space between the eyes. Imagining a bright blue, indigo, violet color now, allowing you to understand how to sense what you're feeling and how to share that with others. And our last chakra, our crown chakra, take the hands and just touch them either side of the head. Gradually give yourself a little massage of the scalp. We're imagining the color white here. You can go ahead and stop your circles and just imagine taking all of the energy, positive energy out there in the world and packing it into the brain, knowing that we've worked through all of the 7 chakras now. You can place the hands on the knees. Nice deep breath in and out. Let's end with 3 lion's breaths. You're going to breathe in, and on the exhale, a big lion sound. Let the tongue stick out. Good. I know it sounds funny, but you're going to feel better after you do it. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Give me all you got. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. I want to thank you for joining our De-Stress Fest here at Fort Lewis College. I'm so proud to be a Fort Lewis Skyhawk here with you, and proud of you for taking the time to really look inward today, again, making yourself a better person off of the mat. In our yoga practice, we end with the word namaste. That word just means, I recognize the light within you, and if you want, you can say it back. If not, you can just say thank you. I'll end my practice with namaste. Thank you for joining me in this practice today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Feel free to replay the video anytime you like, or know that there's tons of free videos on yoga out there on podcasts. There's some on YouTube. A lot of local yoga studios are doing videos online as well, but there's plenty of free ones out there. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. My name is Jillian Wenburg. You can reach me at jlwenburg@fortlewis.edu. If you want to know anything about yoga, or you have any questions, or you have an injury maybe you want to talk through, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Take care, be safe and healthy.